Now let us start the demonstration of characteristics of photodiode. You can look at one side. What we have is the power source for bulb connection. The other side what I kept was a power source for photodiode, and this is the experimental setup. You can look at this. There is a bulb over here and there is a photodiode here. So you are studying in this experiment the reverse bias characteristics of the photodiode, and you need to find the responsivity. Here is a procedure manual what I showing here. So the apparatus required given like this: photodiode is required, bulb, power suppliers, ammeter, micrometer and voltmeter. And you can look at this in the battery itself. There is an inbuilt of current and ammeters, current meter and voltmeters. There also in battery for photodiode you have current meter and the voltmeter. So no need to connect again in separate, it is already inbuilt. So now what you must understand, you look at the circuit diagram here. Okay, so the main principle here is that whenever the reverse bias junction is illuminated by suitable wavelength of light, okay, then there will be a reverse saturation current, and that current changes when you are illuminating with a light. Your photodiode is basically a two-terminal junction diode, and this small amount of reverse saturation current is basically due to the thermally generated electron volt pairs. So the number of these charge, that is your minority charge carriers, that basically depends on the intensity of the light incident on the junction. So whenever you cover this photodiode using a glass package, light can even reach the junction and thus changes the reverse current. So the formula to calculate the responsivity is responsivity of the photodiode. You can calculate from the slope of the graph that I will show you later part. And here what you are observing in the circuit diagram is that left hand side what we are showing is there is a photodiode, okay, and this diode being connected to ammeter and the voltmeter along with the battery. Other side what we have is a bulb in turn connected to ammeter, voltmeter, then there will be a power source for the bulb connection. And once the electrical connections are made, we are maintaining a distance between the two filaments. That's a filament of the photodiode and the bulb to a distance of 1 centimeter to perform the experiment. And you can look at this, the tabular columns here. This is to study the reverse bias characteristics of a given photodiode. Okay, here what you can understand is that we are studying this characteristics for 3 different intensities. Firstly for low intensity of the bulb, secondly moderate intensity of the bulb, and finally for high intensity. The moment when you are keeping low intensity of the bulb, okay, then you are observing even after varying biasing voltage, the current won't change. That is what you need to study about it. Then when you change the intensity of the bulb only, you can see that there is a change in the current value, and shift in the current happens only when we have a high intense value of the bulb. That is what we are going to understand from this experiment. You can observe here the specimen graph. It's a graph of reverse bias voltage to the reverse bias current to the reverse bias voltage, and the voltage is nothing but here the biasing voltage, which is in steps of 1 volt. We are taking 1, 2, 3, 4, and look at this variation. For a low intensity value of the bulb, you may get current somewhere here, okay. Then there is a shift in the curve. Whenever you change the intensity of the bulb, moderate curve is coming here and high intensity of light is giving a curve over here. But look at this, your current is not changing even though you are varying biasing voltage. This is what the characteristics of a photodiode which we are going to study in this experiment. After the study of this, okay, then we must calculate the responsivity of this diode by plotting a graph of current versus the power falling on the photodiode. In order to get the data for these two parameters, we have a tabular column over here for power responsivity. What we are giving here is we are noting down by varying the voltage across the bulb, we are noting down the current across the bulb as well as the photodiode current. Then from the simple calculation, okay, we find the power of the bulb. Actually this is V into I basically. Once we get the power across the bulb, okay, what you can do is you can find the power falling on photodiode from this formula, which is P naught R square by 4D square. Okay, from this you get power falling on photodiode, and subsequently you will be having here photodiode current. These two data only you have to plot in the graph, and whatever the slope it comes, that gives you the value of responsivity of the given photodiode. Now let us understand the conduction of this experiment. First of all, we have to connect the circuit. The circuit connection, how we have to do is, first we have to keep the distance between the two filaments, that is filament of the bulb as well as the photodiode. We have to keep it to a distance of 1 centimeter. One side I am going to fix this. This is a fixed end for this bulb. Okay, other side the diode part I can vary, but this distance I am keeping to 1 centimeter now. That is the value here you have here. The distance between these two lines what we have drawn, this is for 1 centimeter, and this point what it is indicating is the filament of the bulb, and here exactly over here the filament of the diode is lying. Now after setting like this, first we have to connect our bulb to a source. You can look at this, here it is written power source for bulb. Okay, I am preferring this to connect the bulb. Now polarity is like this, positive of this terminal to positive of the battery, negative to negative. On the other side what we have is a source for photodiode connection. Since we are studying this diode in the reverse bias characteristic, okay, so I have to choose negative of terminal of the diode connecting to positive of the battery, then positive of the diode to the negative of the source. So after doing so, now we have to switch on the circuit. First of all, we have to work on this first tableau column. Okay, that is reverse bias characteristics of photodiode. Now keeping the values as zeros, say whatever voltage you are recording here, since I connected this power source to the diode, a diode being connected to this power source, the voltage over here should be 0. This refers to basically the biasing voltage. So I am keeping to minimum, 0 is coming. Even current is almost 0, it's 0.1 fluctuating, 0.2, 0.3, it's 0 only. And this is a source for bulb connection what we have preferred here. And now to here, for a current of 0.115 or 118 ampere, we have some voltage, minimum 1.25 volts is showing. Not to worry actually. What we need to do is, to start with, you just observe your tableau column. You are working on now the low intensity of the bulb. When do you call the bulb intensity as low? Till you get 3 amperes of current in the battery related to the photodiode. Till you get that amount of the current, you keep varying the voltage across the bulb. Okay, that voltage will be referred to the low intensity. So we are taking the measurement in terms of the current basically to start with. So what I do is, I keep varying the voltage here in order to get the current